That actually is so good. Fire.
It's kind of wild looking back now, because a year later, DanTDM turned out to be absolutely right. When Lunchables first launched, everyone clowned on him for being a hater. Some called him jealous, others said he was out of touch. But fast forward 12 months, and it's pretty clear, the man was just telling the truth. For anyone who missed it, Lunchables was the big healthy lunchbox collaboration between the YouTube Avengers, MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul. 3 millionaires, one dream, to supposedly revolutionize school lunches. Except, they kind of made them worse. The whole idea was to create a cleaner, healthier version of Lunchables, you know, those plastic trays every kid begged their mom for in 2009. But instead of a Capri Sun and cheese crackers, this one came with a Feastables bar, a mini Prime bottle, and some of the loudest marketing the internet had ever seen. They hyped it up like they were curing childhood obesity, doing ingredient comparisons and flexing like scientists discovering a new vaccine. Lunchables versus Lunchables, they said. More vitamins. Less sugar. Real cheese. But come on, it's a lunch kit, not a medical breakthrough. They bragged about real cheese like they just reinvented the concept of dairy. And the best part? They acted like this was some noble act, a gift to the kids. In reality, it was just another how do we make more money off our fans kind of move. And the only person with the guts to say it out loud was DanTDM. He jumped on Twitter and dropped a single post that hit harder than any diss track. He wrote, "What happened to YouTubers, man? Selling stuff just for the sake of making money. How does this help your fans? Simple, honest, and brutal." And the internet agreed. Dan basically said what millions had been whispering for years, that YouTubers stopped creating for their audience and started creating to sell to their audience. He didn't throw insults. He didn't go nuclear. He just told the truth, and that's exactly what made Logan, KSI, and even MrBeast lose their minds. Imagine being billionaires and beefing with the guy who reviews Minecraft mods for fun. That's how fragile this whole thing got. And of course, KSI was the first to snap back. He posted an old picture of Dan's kids' toys and mocked him, saying, "Looks like crap to me." Except that comeback instantly backfired. Because Dan's toys? They weren't even his products, they were part of an old sponsored deal. He didn't own them, and he wasn't selling them as food to children. Twitter roasted KSI alive. Community notes jumped in within hours, clarifying that Dan didn't profit from the toys long term. Meanwhile, people flooded KSI's replies with memes, screenshots of his own merch, and clips calling him a hypocrite. Even Jacksepticeye chimed in, joking, "You mess with DanTDM, you mess with YouTube." At that moment, the internet collectively crowned Dan as the good guy. But then Logan had to jump in too. He went on camera, ranting like, "You're mad because we made crackers? It's turkey, real cheese, and crackers, and it's great." Then he followed it up with a post claiming that Lunchables was a better version of Lunchables and that critics were just jealous. He even said, "Then don't eat it." Which, honestly, aged about as well as the cheese in those boxes. Because not long after launch, customers started posting TikToks showing mold inside their Lunchables packs before the expiration date. We're talking full-on fuzzy mold colonies. Some boxes looked like they came straight out of The Last of Us. One guy opened a sealed pack on stream and literally froze, completely horrified by what was inside. And while all this was blowing up online, Logan, KSI, and MrBeast stayed silent, acting like everything was fine. Then suddenly, Lunchables' social media vanished. The Twitter account went dead, the Instagram disappeared, and all the hype just evaporated overnight. It's like the product never existed. Which, honestly, says everything. Because these guys love bragging about every little thing they do except this. This was the one project they pretended never happened. DanTDM, meanwhile, didn't need to say another word. Time did the talking for him. See, he wasn't being petty. He's a dad now, and he genuinely cares about what kids are being sold, both online and offline. While Logan and KSI are out here dealing with Prime lawsuits and Feastables recipe changes, Dan's just quietly doing his thing and being proven right again and again. Lunchables is gone. Buried. Deleted from history. And not a single one of them, not Logan, not KSI, not even MrBeast, has mentioned it since. No apology. No update. No, we fixed it. Just silence. Because they already moved on to the next cash grab. And that's the bigger story here. Dan's tweet ended up being way more than a critique of a failed lunchbox. It became the perfect example of how influencer businesses actually work. They don't make products because they care, they make them because they can. Whatever's trending, they slap their name on it, crank out a few ads, and watch the money roll in. Prime wasn't about hydration. Feastables wasn't about health. And Lunchables? It was never about nutrition. It was all about cash, disguised as care. And DanTDM saw right through it. 1 year later, the scoreboard's simple. DanTDM 1. Logan Paul, KSI, and MrBeast 0. Lunchables gone, Prime's losing hype, and Feastables, well, it's still trying to survive. Turns out, you can't build an empire on fake cheese and electrolytes. And DanTDM saw it coming long before anyone else did. So, what do you think? Was Lunchables just a failed idea or a scam that went too far? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more stories that the internet tried to forget.